Right, we're here with assistant manager Mark Lilly here away at Saffron Walden. No Richard today, unfortunately, so you're in the hot shoes. How are the boys feeling? Obviously, it's been up and down the last few weeks, and you know, another tough game today. What's your thoughts now as the lads feeling?
Oh, they're so up for it. We had a brilliant session during the week. I know Richard's had loads of chats with them. I think they had an evening out, a little chat, sorted a few things out. So they're absolutely buzzing to come here on this lovely pitch and show what they can do.
Yeah, you came and watched them on Saffron Walden on Tuesday. What do you expect from them today?
Pretty much the same, really. I think they'll try and play out early on. They were a bit slow and methodical, and then if we can get at them a bit, they'll start hitting it long.
Yeah.
That's the impression I got. I thought we got into them a little bit, and they changed the way they were playing and started going long all the time. And if we can get all over them, especially in midfield, I think we'll do a job on them today, hopefully.
Yeah. Caleb is back in the side today after a 3-game suspension.
Yeah.
I think from our point of view, he's been missed. I'm sure he's chomping a bit. What does Caleb bring to the side today that we've maybe missed, or maybe not missed, but just in general?
Oh, I think we've missed him, to be fair. I think at the time of his ban, he was just getting the grips of everything. I think he gives us pace going forward. He gives us tenacity. He can finish. He worries defenders. And yeah, I think we've missed him, and I think it's really, really lovely to have him back, to be honest with you, Adam.
Yeah, and obviously a clean sheet last week in the Vars. We need to build on that, but you know, I think there's probably a little bit more we need to do at the front end. So what's the message to the lads today?
Another clean sheet would be nice, and obviously we're going to go out there and we're going to try and play at how we used to playing. You know, play the kind of football we like to play. We've done it in. As I say, you always go back to saying we've done it in training. We're going to try and transfer that to the pitch today, and we're going to try and dig in, win the ball, work hard, and then we're going to try and do what we do once we get the ball. And
good.
If we can do that, then I'm sure we're going to create a few chances, and yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah, and obviously you're in the dugout today. I don't suppose anything changes. I'm sure Richard will be on the phone, but anything different from your view that you're going to do, or we're just going to keep it simple?
We're pretty much on the same page. Rich has his way, and Rich's way is, you know, as far as I'm concerned, is the right way. So we're going to try and do as much that he wants as we can. Obviously, if there's things that we need to tweak during the game, then it's just going to be down to us to sort it out. I'm quite happy to do that, and yeah, I'm sure all the boys are buzzing to get this done for him, really, as well, him not being here.
Yeah.
So hopefully that provides us with a bit of a kick up the arse. Would be nice.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be at home pacing around, but I think it'll be good for the lads to show him what they can do with or without him. We know how important he is to the team, so hopefully the boys can do the result for him and we can make him smile from at home, and mainly obviously get back to some sort of winning ways in the league. So
yeah, it's definitely what we need. Start trying to get a little run together. And it's not, obviously, you know, it's not easy, but we're going to do everything we can to start turning things around again today.
Yeah. All right. Good luck today, Mark.
Thank you very
Cheers.
much, Adam. Cheers.
He's had it. 9, Jason.
Mark, here on the back of a 6-1 defeat at Saffron Walden, give us your take on the game.
I mean, very disappointed, obviously. First thing to say. I thought right from the off we tried to do the right things. I thought there were times in the game where we've been the much better side. We tried to play football, but just like some other games this season, we've made a few mistakes defensively, and we've given goals. I think we've been a bit naive on one or two occasions, if I'm honest. Yeah, I mean, the only credit I can think of for the lads really is they kept to try and keep going, and their heads never dropped at any time. That's the only positive I can find at the moment, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think on the balance, the game 6-1 is harsh. You know, you're sitting in there. You know, they were quite complimentary of the way we was playing. We had a great start to the second half. Come out, got a very early goal on top, and then we give a silly penalty away, really, which obviously changes the game back in their favour. Did you think that first 15 minutes we could, well, I think we could have gone on and got something if we'd have carried on. But what do you think about that?
Well, it's exactly what we were just saying in there. And I've already said to them, I said, I'm sure if we'd have got another goal 5 or 10 minutes after, or at least not give the penalty away and stayed at 3-1, we were so on top. If we'd have got a go at any time after that, we could have gone on and won, because to me they looked ragged and they looked like they were just lumping it long into no man's land. We were the only team really trying to play any football. Unfortunately, as I say, I think we've shot ourselves in the foot.
Yeah. Look, we're up against an experienced side. You can see that. You know, Jason Hallett's played hundreds of games. He played league football. You know, does very little throughout the game, but punishes you in the right areas. And you know, do you think that's a learning for the boys when they come up against that type of experience?
I think 100%, mate. Listen, I just said to them in there, let's face it, normally what would happen, you would drop 3 or 4 lads of this age and experience into a much more experienced side, and you would learn off of the players around you. And we're obviously trying to do it a slightly different way. So we've all gone in, there is no experience in our team at this level. And it's a learning curve. But I mean, I really believe in the lads, and I see the effort and how much it means to them. And I'm 100% sure they can turn this round and learn. But unfortunately, there might be a few more days like this, unfortunately. We just hope we can turn it around and have a few like this in our favour, which I'm sure we can, you know. We're just cutting out the silly mistakes.
Yeah, it's tough one, because we either keep a clean sheet or we let in 3 or 4, and in this case today 6. I thought 6 was unfair today, if I'm honest. But again, a little bit of experience outdone us. We've got to try and find a way of just stopping conceding that amount of goals. Is it from your point of view, is it a change of the way we set up? Is it just trying to cut out the mistakes? What do we think it is, just to try and get back to sort of not conceding that level? I'm
guessing every player on the pitch who's, you know, even from the front players who defend from the front. So I'm sure every one of them will be trying to think of ways they can be better. And I'm sure Rich will study the VO. I'll give him my thoughts, and I'm sure we'll talk to the lads about some of the mistakes they made and try and put them right next time. You know, it's a difficult one today, because I didn't feel we were 6-1 worse than them. I thought we gave them a bit of a game, to be honest. The way they were dancing around and throwing themselves here, there and everywhere, I think they knew they was in a game. But unfortunately, I think you're right, we got outdone by a bit of experience at the end of the day.
Yeah, look, I know it's a tough one, and you know, it's been a tough few weeks, but you know, we just got to keep trying to find ways to get back to the level we were in the early part of the season, you know, and it's not out of sight. It's just, I think boys need a little bit of a lift, and you know, a result like this doesn't help, but you have to move on, and we go into the game.
There were positives. Caleb, I thought, was excellent today again.
Yeah.
More than excellent. He was, you know, he's busy, and we talked about him earlier off camera, and he was fantastic.
I don't think he deserved to be on the losing side today.
No, 100%. You know, but there was other good performances as well, but he was outstanding. Unfortunately, sometimes this happens, and unfortunately, I'm here having to talk to you about it.
I know. All right, Mark. Thanks very much. I know it's a tough one, and we'll go again next week.
Cheers, lads.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks. Mitch, here on the back of a 6-1 defeat to Saffron Walden. Difficult one to take, unfortunately. I think 6-1's a harsh score, if I'm honest. But just give us your take on the game.
Yeah, like you say, it's a bit of a tough one, really, because I don't think any of us really felt the scoreline sort of reflected the game. I mean, it was 3-0 down at half-time. Maybe a bit slow in the first half, but second half we come out, gave it a lot, and to be fair, I thought we was going to score quite a few goals, really. We was all over them, got ourselves an early goal, and then just defensive errors again at the back, which happens in football, unfortunately. But yeah, just killed the game again, and it's just really hard to keep going when you concede. And then yeah, the boys obviously really down about it, but we just got to keep getting our heads down and keep going.
Yeah, I think when you look at the balance of the first half, they've scored 3, but I thought it was fairly even, to be fair. But you know, we can't give cheap goals like that, or give cheap opportunities to players who have played 500 games at this level. You know, Hallett will punish you with any opportunity. Did you feel that out there the experience of them was, you know, we're an inexperienced side. We've got young players, and it's not an excuse, it's a fact. And they've got players in here that have played, you know, 600-700 games at this level. Did you feel that out there, and you know, did you feel that there was that experience just outdone us today?
Yeah, I suppose in areas it did. I mean, that Jason had, I think, conned us a little bit, but that comes with his experience, I suppose, at this level. Like I said, he's played a lot, so you know that plays a factor in it. I mean, it's hard for us. Like, I don't think, you know, we've got, if any of us have played sort of at this level consistently for however long at all. So we're all sort of learning on the job. Normally, a few youngsters get chucked into a team full of experienced players. With us, we've all come together as a young side, so we just, you know, sort of learn on the job, really. So it does play a factor, but you know, we just got to, I don't know, try and sort out the errors and keep getting our nuts down and working hard. But yes, it's tough. It's hard to speak on it, you know, when you're so deflated about a result that you don't really think reflects the game. And it's weird because I think, you know, the home side will say, you know, they deserve to win the game, which is fair enough. They scored 6 goals, but we easily, well, to be fair, we thought we deserved something out of that game. Until obviously, you know, we was sort of 4-1, 5-1 down. It's a different game, but before then, I think we were by far the better side. The only team that tried to play football today. It's just real tough one to take.
Yeah, I think, you know, even the Walden supporters were complimenting the football today, and it's that balance between playing some good football but having to then get the result. And do you think, you know, there's a bit of confidence low at the moment? Obviously, it's a side that used to winning, and you know, we had a good start to the season, and we've had some good performances, but you know, bad results. Do you think that the boys, you know, just need a bit of confidence, and a win, you know, will certainly help that?
I mean, yeah, I think we're searching for a big sort of performance, even though I don't know, we all felt it was going to be today. It weren't our day, but yeah, I mean, confidence is naturally pretty low in football when you're losing games, so obviously that's obviously all in our heads at the minute. But I mean, yeah, like you said, we're used to winning a lot, but I don't know, it shouldn't be the case. I don't know, it's really hard to comment on, you know, about confidence and stuff, because we've always been such a confident group, but you know, I can't help but say it's obviously been knocked at the minute by, you know, the fashion we're sort of losing games, especially when, you know, apart from maybe 2 or 3 games this season, we've probably been a better team and still not come away with anything. So yeah, it's pretty frustrating.
Yeah, I think you know, in the way we played today, we didn't look like it. The way we moved the ball, I don't think we looked like a team who were struggling for confidence. But it seems as though once we let one in, we it kind of daunts us that, oh no, we're 1-0 down again, and it kind of affects us for a period of time, only a small period, normally 15-20 minutes, but that 20 minutes you're 3-0 down. You know, it's just trying to find a way over that. So I know it's tough to come out and speak when you've lost, but you know, at the end of the day, we've just got to try and find, I think, you know, the levels that we did at the beginning of the season. You know, I don't think we've gone bad overnight. I think, you know, we've just unfortunately had bad spells in games, and it's cost us goals. And and when we've had good spells, we haven't been able to punish teams as probably we would have done at the early part of the season. So, look, we just need to keep our heads up and hopefully get something next week.
Yeah.
All right. Good. Cheers, Mitch.
No worries.
Thanks.